Hi, I'm Randall Hardy. Some of you will know me. I've been around the home education scene for a long time. Started during the Badman era, and I've got a blog that doesn't get a lot of posts on it these days, but it's got a lot of history there called No Nationalisation of Our Kids. And the problems that faced us in 2009 are still around, and I'm wanting to fight them. I've also got Michelle. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Michelle Zahir, and I'm co-owner of Educational Freedom, which is a non-profit organisation that gives support and advice to home educators in the UK. I'm also a home educating mum. I'm going to the conference so that I can find out more about what's going on globally, and we'll also be there exhibiting.
And Juliet, you are more involved in the conference than the other two of us.
Yes, I am, partly because I am involved with the Global Home Education Exchange, amongst many, many other initiatives where, I have fingers in a lot of pies in home education across the country and internationally. And so I've been involved in the planning of this conference in Manchester, which is going to be held from the 11th to the 13th of July. And it's the first time ever that the UK is hosting a global home education conference. So it's really an exciting event.
Oh, good. So, can you tell us where people are coming from, or how many
Yes.
people are speaking and things?
Yes, well, we've just had a look at the speaker page, and we have over 25 countries represented. We have Portugal, France, America, Canada, Philippines, Spain, Bolivia, Mexico, Italy, Poland, Uganda, Hong Kong, Ghana, Slovenia, Germany, Brazil, Finland, and of course the UK. And you can actually go and look on the speaker page yourself to see exactly who's going to be there. And the conference is going to have 4 tracks. Well, actually 5 now. So it's got the advocacy track, which is to do with activism, campaigning, and that kind of thing. It's got the research track, where people who are academics who are interested in home education research can get together and compare notes, share their findings. We have the organizational track or leadership track, and that is for people who are running home education organizations or are leaders in their communities, also to share knowledge and also give each other a bit of encouragement. And we have the family track, which is aimed specifically at parents who are home educating, and that covers like a wide variety of topics that you would normally expect to find at a home education conference. And they've also now added a teen track for teenagers to attend as well at the conference. So it's a lot packed into those couple of days, but just a fantastic opportunity to connect with other home educators from all over the world, as I've said, to hear the other stories, to hear about the countries that are battling, where we can maybe give them some hope and encouragement. And I just think it is a not to be missed. If you are serious about home education and understanding home education, this is a not to be missed opportunity.
And the dates?
Yes, as I said earlier, 11th to the 13th of July. You can go onto the website. We will be sharing a link here, and you can go and get all the information. I do want to add that they're also going to be adding some day tickets for those who can't come to the whole event and can just come for one day. So those are due to be released soon, and we will have more information on that. So you can keep an eye on the website for that.
Okay, thank you, Julia. Michelle, you're going, aren't you?
Yes, Educational Freedom are going. We're there as an exhibitor. So if you want to come and meet myself or some of the other members of the team, if you want to, come and see us if you've had advice from us. We're also going for our own knowledge and information, because it's always important, particularly in the current climate, to be aware of what's going on in the rest of the world when it comes to home education, because politicians look around the other countries and see what's happening there. And we have quite a free system here, and that's what we want to protect. So we need to know what challenges other countries have to keep that.
Yep, I thoroughly agree with that, because a lot of countries look to us as the gold standard of freedom to home educate. Our opponents tell us we've got a very liberal system. Well, we don't want to give it up, do we? We want to hang on to that. Michelle, there's something else happening on the Friday evening, isn't there? That if people can't get there, they'll be able to tune into.
Yes, so I know some of you already watch our lives on the Home Education Action Group. And obviously we're very aware that not everyone will be able to make it to Manchester to the actual conference. So we'll actually be live streaming from there the Friday evening straight onto the Home Education Action Group, where you'll be able to ask us any of your questions. There's an hour where there'll be questions from the conference directly and for those live from Facebook.
Yes, and I'll be meeting Michelle for the first time in person, which will be really cool.
I will be meeting both Juliet and Randall for the first time in person. I've only known people virtually in the home ed community from those at the conference that I've seen us speaking, and I'm very keen to meet these people in real life.
And that's what I actually want to add, is this is what this is so amazing, is that we can meet people from all over the world, but in real life. I think it's going to be fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to meeting some of the people I've been speaking to over the past few months.
Good. Right. So we've got the live stream Friday night, 8 o'clock. It's due to start. We need the technology to work, but we'll get there. But can we just spend a few minutes talking about the theme of that live stream is going to be, what is the political situation around home education in the UK following the general election? Because the conference starts a week after the election.
It does.
That's a good way to remember when it is. It's the week after the election, and that's on next Thursday. So
yes. And we might have a better idea of which way the wind is blowing then.
Let's think about what the situation is and what home educators want. One of the big news is that Labour didn't put a register for children not in school in their manifesto, but they've said so much about it, they're going to do it. One way or another, they're going to do it. So the question really here is, what do home educators need to be doing over the summer before politics gets going? The election is on the 4th of July, as I'm sure most people will know. The Thursday after the conference is when the King's Speech will be, and for a few days they will debate subjects from the King's Speech. Well, there's probably not going to be a register in the King's Speech, but you will be able to see what they're debating, and then everybody's going to go on holiday unless they extend it. But by the end of July, Parliament will be on holiday, and we've got the summer to try and wind down, but also not to forget that there's need for freedom to protect home education. We need to fight for it. So what's the point? Let's assume for a minute Labour do get in, even if it's not with a landslide as they're predicting. But if they do get in, what are we likely to see happening, and how can we prepare for it?
Yeah, and I think this conference will do well to help people find those arguments that they need to go to the politicians with. The theme of the conference, coincidentally, is home education works. It's a hugely positive message. And this is the message we want to bring home to politicians, to national leaders, is that home education works. It works for families, it works for communities, it works for children, and it actually works for the nation as well. And, so if you come to this conference, you're going to get that message. And that is something that you can take back in those conversations with politicians. I also want to say, if you have contact with a politician who you think might be open to attending an event like this, please tell them about it and encourage them to attend, so they can get all the information, get a picture of what home education is about, and how beneficial it is for children.
Michelle, any thoughts?
No, absolutely. If you can get local politicians to head to the conference and see that it's not just here that home education happens, it happens all around the world, and there are many different forms of it, and successfully, because there is a session where some graduates speak who have come the other side. They've finished home education and have become successful. So that message is helpful to protect our freedoms.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Well, let's hope that's giving people information. The website will be below the video these videos when they go out. You can go there and see what it is. And as Juliet said, day tickets are going on sale in the near future. And even if you can't make the whole weekend, there's the Friday and the Saturday you might want to come along to. So if you do look for us and come and say hello at some point.
Yes, we want to see you there.
And come and say hi if you do come.